Okay, thank you.
I would like to call to order the Board of Education meeting for Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. Are there any speakers related to closed session topics? Thank you. Seeing none, the board will convene to closed session.
I have a lot of fun after.
These kids get extra credit.
I wonder, I didn't hear anything. I wonder if Shane's not talking tonight, huh?
No, he's not here.
Okay. He wasn't gonna send a rep?
Nope,
Okay. No complaints, just checking.
nope.
Okay, we're ready when you are.
The board will now convene open session and report out from closed session. Open session of the Board of Education meeting is live on YouTube. Visit the NHUSD Board of Education webpage for the link. If you're attending online via Zoom, use the raise hand feature to indicate you wish to provide public comment. Phone participants should press *9 to be added to the queue and wait to be called on. Community members may submit public comment to the board via email at publiccomment@nhusd.k12.ca.us before each meeting. The board received no public comments via email for tonight's meeting. I would like to remind the public that the board will not be responding to questions posed by those making public comment. Relative to closed session items, the board took no action. At this time, will the audience please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Student member Gonzalez,
Here.
student member Kessie. Gonzalez,
Here.
Irby,
Here.
Freeberg, Rafay,
Here.
Kumar.
Here. May I have a motion and second to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Student member Gonzalez,
Here. Or I.
Gonzalez,
Aye.
Irby,
Aye.
Rafay,
Aye.
Kumar.
Aye. All right, may I have a volunteer to read out the land acknowledgement tonight? Student trustee Gonzalez, we were wondering, would you be interested in doing it or?
Oh, sure. I haven't
We
opened.
can-
Oh.
Thank you, trustee Gonzalez.
Here. We want to open up this meeting by acknowledging with respect and love that the land we are on today is the traditional ancestral homeland of the Ohlone Chochenyo First People. We recognize and thank the Ohlone people as the original stewards of this land. Indigenous people must not be spoken about in past context as if they left on their own accord when the real causes were white supremacy, manifest destiny, and U.S. colonization. By recognizing we stand on the occupied indigenous territory of the Ohlone people, we recommit ourselves to listen to Native leadership and stand in solidarity with people struggling against systems of oppression throughout the world, past and present.
Thank you, student trustee Gonzalez. We're going to move on to item 6, public comment on topics that are not on the agenda. Do we have any speakers? No? And not on Zoom either? All right, we're going to move on to public comment on topics on the agenda.
We have one speaker, Mr. Duran.
Hello, school board. Thank you again for having me here. As a father deeply concerned for my child's well-being and protection of their innocence, I'm here to oppose board policy I-6142.1 on sexual health and HIV/AIDS prevention instruction. This is a direct assault on our values, children, and federal law. This policy violates Executive Order 14190 signed by President Trump on January 29th, 2025. Eliminating radical indoctrination like gender ideology. It cuts funding for such programs, yet yours mandates, quote, inclusive instruction, unquote, on, quote, gender, gender identity, gender expression, sexual orientation, affirming different orientations, including same-sex relationships, and examples, and exploring, quote, harm of negative gender stereotypes, unquote, normalizing sexuality as, quote, a normal part of human development, unquote. This risks federal funds and indoctrinates children. It defies parental authority, requiring opt-outs while claiming respect, but encouraging students to, quote, communicate with other trusted adults about human sexuality, unquote, overriding parents. It promotes pedophilia by teaching seventh graders about STDs, unintended pregnancies, harassment, assault, abuse, trafficking, and, quote, healthy, positive, safe relationships, quote, with, quote, affirmative consent, unquote, defined as, quote, voluntary agreement to engage in sexual activity, unquote. That's grooming, desensitizing vulnerable minds. It attacks innocence, bombarding kids with adult topics like body image, adolescent growth, and sexual preferences, ripping away childhood purity and forcing kids to have a, quote, healthy attitude, unquote, towards these topics, while specifically stating to not promote religion. Finally, this entire policy is perverted and harmful to even write and propose. Who in their right mind drafts a document pushing graphic sexual content on minors and language that makes us even in this room feel uncomfortable? Was that 2 minutes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Duran. All right, we're going to move on to item 8, reports from our labor partners. Do we have CSEA here?
We do not.
NHTA?
No NHTA.
All right. So next up is item 9. This is our annual reorganization meeting. According to board policy BB 9100, the offices of the president, vice president, and clerk rotate each year. Since trustee Rafay served as the vice president last year, she would move into the role of president. Can I have a motion and second to affirm trustee Rafay as president of the New Haven Board of Education?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. Abstentions? Motion carries. Congratulations, President Rafay.
Before you switch seats, we have something for you, former President Kumar. Zach, why don't we come around the front? Maybe we'll have you take a picture, and then you'll have to swap your name tags on the way back. Yes, no, of course. Student trustee.
Oh. The trade show?
Yeah, the trade show.
It's too overwhelming for me.
I think it's something you need a hand.
Oh.
Carry. Do you not make this back? Lydia, we already skipped off. We were on. board president, so now, are there any vice president right there?
Okay. So, are there any nominations for vice president? Melanie?
Yes, Melanie Freeberg is part of our rotation.
Is any other nominations? None, thank. Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. And clerk. Are there any nominations for board clerk?
Trustee Irby?
All right,
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All righty, thank you. And may I have a motion and second to affirm Superintendent Thompson as board secretary?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. So at this time, the board will review and make appointments to standing committees and board representatives to other agencies. So the first committee is the Alameda County School Board Association. It's a one-year term, 2025 primary. So is there a volunteer for the primary position?
This is Axpa?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do it.
All righty. So trustee Kumar, she is the primary. And do we have an alternate for that? Because
I believe trustee Freeberg wanted to be the alternate.
thank you. So that's covered. Thank you. Board of Education City Council Subcommittee. Is there is there a volunteer for the primary position?
That's typically the president and the clerk.
Okay, that's, okay, you and I, okay, thank you. Mission Valley ROP. Is there, it's a two-year term, and is there a volunteer for the primary position, ROP?
Yes, I'll take on the primary position.
Okay, thanks, Trustee Irby. And anyone for this alternate? I'll be the alternate then, thank you. And New Haven Communication Advocacy Committee, that is also like board action? Is that?
This would be one where I think the board was reconsidering whether to participate in the superintendent committee's policy, FTFC, and the communication advocacy. So this is one where if there's nobody, if the board decides you don't want to participate on this committee this year, it's fine. But if somebody does want to, then you're welcome to as well. So I think those are the three committees. I don't know if you want to.
So that's like New Haven Communication and Advocacy Committee and New Haven Finance and Technology and New Haven Policy Review, these
Correct.
three.
So that if you choose to take a year off from participating, that's fine. They'll just be there, and then if we can always bring them back later. It's really up to the board.
So do you want to go like that?
Yeah, I'm good with that, as long as we keep it, and if we need to bring it back, we can.
All right,
So then you can skip.
okay, skip is the next one. Okay, New Haven Schools Foundation. Do we have a volunteer for the primary position?
I believe that was trustee Freeberg.
Okay, thank you, and thanks, Trustee Irby. And do we have a volunteer for an alternate? For the New Haven Schools Foundation? I can take that as an alternate.
You can, because I teach Monday nights, so I can. do
Yeah.
Monday nights.
Yeah, so I can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, special education, like SELPA, do we have a primary like position for that?
I'd be willing to take on that.
Thank you, Trustee Gonzalez. And do we have an alternate for that?
Yes, and I'll be trustee Gonzalez's alternate.
Thank you, Trustee Irby. May I have a motion and second to approve the appointments to standing committees and board representatives to other agencies?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. So I would like to confirm that the calendar and designation dates and time of regular board meetings for 2025-26 school year adopted at April 25 and revised on June 3rd. May I have a motion and second to affirm? Trustee,
I think we're on the calendar now.
On the calendar,
Based
yes.
on the-
this one? D.
we just approved the calendar, so.
You don't have to do this
motion
one.
second for- oh, This is so you're just asking for a motion and a second to approve the calendar.
Okay. May I have a motion and second to approve the calendar of regular board meeting for 25-26 school year?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. And now, what, so after this,
Yeah, we just have so you can just, presentation.
okay, recognition, presentation of 2025 first interim budget update. Thank you, Mr. Franklin.
Good evening. Good evening, Superintendent Thompson, Board of Trustees, Kevin Franklin, Assistant Super Business, here to present the first interim budget update. So the first interim budget update is the first of two required updates as required by the Ed Code. As you can see on this first slide, the first one is the first interim, which is utilizing data up through October 31st of this year. And the second interim is then presented in March, which includes data up through January 31st. Oops. Let me go back. So this is just a chart to show where we're at. Budget adoption was back in June. We did not do a 45-day revise because it wasn't a big enough impact to our budget based on the governor's adopted budget back in June. And we're now doing our first interim budget update here, as I mentioned, which includes data through October 31st. So the latest information from the Legislative Analyst Office is that the COLA that we've been using since the governor passed the budget back in June is looking like it's going to be reduced from the 3.02% that was in the budget and is estimated to be now 2.51%. So I've actually seen a range of COLA estimates between, I think, 1.27 and somewhere around 2.7%. And the 2.51 is the LAO's best estimate as of right now. There's a couple of data points that they're still waiting for, and the COLA is finalized in April, just before the governor's May revise. So that's when we'll have the final COLA numbers. But by second interim, by the time we present in March, we'll have a good idea of what it's looking like at that point. So the district's first interim update, this looks very similar to what was presented at the budget. And so it's 2.30% COLA for this year. Nothing else in the 25-26 column has changed. Now in 26-27, as I mentioned, that 3.02% COLA that we're currently utilizing in projecting our revenues is going to be reduced come second interim. So we're still using the 3.02, which is the latest figure that we have from the state. But again, those estimates are that it's going to be going down. The other slight change is in the PERS employer rates. PERS recently changed the employer contribution rates and lowered those slightly, so those have been adjusted in the out years. Moving forward to our revenue assumptions, we have finished with our CalPADS first data submission back in October on Census Day, and our enrollment was 9,946. So that's 2 students above what we projected. So pretty much we are at what we thought we would be as far as enrollment. Our ADA, we're still projecting at about 93.5% in attendance. So that's an area where we can improve. And as we improve our attendance rates, we can improve our revenue forecast for the out years. But until those increases are realized, we can't include them in our projections. But that is an area of focus. Actually, I have a meeting next week about enrollment and ADA recovery and attendance recovery to help boost those ADA numbers. So changes in our unrestricted general fund ending fund balance. So based on expenditures so far, as I mentioned, this is only through the end of October. These are the revised projections in our expenditures. So you see some fluctuations up and down in the salaries. A lot of that has to do with increases to our expanded learning program, filling of vacant positions since the budget period. And you see some of the biggest changes down at the bottom, the two big increases to services and other operating expenses and our special ed contribution. A lot of that is just due to increased contracted services within special education that are required in IEPs. And then another main increase was about $1 million payment that we had to make for liability insurance purposes to Self, which is an excess liability insurance company that we were a part of back, I think, from the late 90s or 1980s up through 2008-ish. And because of all the AB 218 settlements that have been occurring throughout the state, not just within our district, but statewide, Self is going through and giving true up invoices to help fund those settlements. So our latest one that we were not expecting was about $1 million. The one previously was several $100,000 less than that, and it was 2 years ago. So we didn't know that was coming. We have now budgeted for that in the third year of our multi-year projection. We've projected another $1 million payment just so that we're prepared if we get another one of those invoices. This is our latest LCFF revenue calculation. And so one of the changes on this slide that we've made is just at the bottom of the comparison of where we're at today at first interim versus our unaudited actuals from the end of last year. So there's an increase of 3.3 million. However, the main increase out of all of that was due to the increase in the TK add-on. So the state budget included additional dollars for having that extra the extra staff member that's required to be in TK classrooms to keep a 1-to-10 adult to student ratio or student to adult ratio. And so we got almost double or more than double the amount of revenue for that TK add-on this year compared to last year. And then with the expansion of the TK age range now going through September to September now, it's a full year of TK eligibility. We've increased our TK enrollment. And so that's the main reason for that increase. So on our multi-year budget, you can see that we're still deficit spending across all 3 years. Some of that is purposeful on the restricted side, spending down some of the one-time dollars that we have and some of the carryover dollars from ELOP and from Prop 28. So spending down some of the restricted carryover. So some of that is purposeful. And then when you look at the unrestricted side, you can see that we still have a structural deficit, meaning that we're spending more than we're getting in revenues on a yearly basis. So that's something that we will eventually need to address, but we have a healthy enough reserve that we can, if we maintain our current level of staffing and expenditures, this is what our multi-year projection would look like. We're still well over our 3% requirement, but I do want to caution that we are deficit spending and do have a structural deficit that we will have to address in the future. So next steps, we've already done the first 3 steps. As I mentioned, we just certified our CalPADS data a few weeks ago. We're here updating our budget for the first time. And so we are now awaiting the governor's budget proposal, which is typically released by January 10th. So within about a month, we should have the governor's latest budget proposal. It looks like there's a significant increase to the amount of revenues that the state's receiving this year in tax receipts, largely due to the LA County tax receipts coming in late. They were due and extended through October. So there's a significant increase in this current year. However, there are still deficits within the state budget in the out years. So there are still cuts at the state level coming in the future, even though this current year is looking significantly better than anticipated back in June. And then after that is going to be the March second interim budget update, which will be presented on at the March 3rd board meeting for approval. And that will include expenditures through January 31st, and we'll have updates to COLA and any other ADA increases or decreases that we might have realized by then. Any questions?
Yes, trustee Gumar.
Thanks, Mr. Franklin. I had a quick question. So you said you were going to attend a workshop or a conference next week about how to increase the ADA.
Not a conference, but I'm going to
Oh,
meet with
you're meeting with-
Marcus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was curious to just know what comes out of that. Is it possible to just
Yeah.
share?
Yeah, I mean, we
maybe?
have some ideas. So in the governor's budget this year was the ability for school districts to recover attendance through a new attendance recovery program. And so most districts, I don't know of any that are really implementing anything yet. Typically, your attendance recovery in the past has been done through Saturday school. So
Mhm.
students who have missed school from being sick or being truant or whatever the reason is, you can offer Saturday school to make up that attendance. It's difficult to get teachers though to work on the weekends and to make it where it pencils out where you can actually break even and recover that attendance and be able to pay your costs. The governor expanded that to allow hourly increments of attendance recovery essentially any day of the week. So you can do it through your after school program, you can do it through intersessions, you can do it through summer programs. So we're looking at how we can recover attendance through some of those programs. The hard part is you have to do it under the supervision of a certificated teacher. And so some of our summer programs, for instance, are not done with our certificated staff or their contracted staff. So we're trying to figure out ways that we can do that and how we can record that. It's complicated if you're recovering in 1 hour increments and you have to find the students who are eligible and have had absences where you can make up that time. But it's a way that we can look at increasing our attendance. But essentially that's just one of the things that we're kind of looking at. But we're looking at how we can overall increase attendance and, taking a look at what our long-term enrollment projections are. Okay. Anything else?
Any other questions? Yeah, thanks, Mr. Franklin. Appreciate it. Information item, discussion of school board stipends and the new AB 1390 legislation.
So this is an opportunity for the board to discuss in October, the governor signed AB 1390, which changed the stipend amounts designated in education code for school board members that hadn't been changed since the 70s to allow more flexibility and for increases that way. And as you all know well, due to our ADA at a threshold point last year, your stipends were cut in half for this year. So this is an opportunity for you to discuss how you want to implement this. As of January 1, you can choose to restore your stipends to what they were or increase them to the amount designated by AB 1390.
Any discussion?
I thought it was proposed that we would bring our stipends back to our original threshold when we had 10,000 plus students. And then really in all good conscience, wait until we settle our negotiations with CSEA and NHTA and with our union partners. Once that's settled, once our contracts are settled, then we will make a motion and approve the 40-year increase for trustees.
Trustee Irby, did you say when we reach the 10,000 enrollment? Because we're not there, right?
No,
We're still.
no,
yeah.
that's why we dropped we dropped to 250.
Right. I guess I'm just getting clarification on what you
Yes.
just said.
Oh, yeah, so essentially, January 1st, it would be an action item that we would raise our stipends back to the, the old, the $500 mark, basically.
I agree with that, with trustee Irving. Restore.
All in favor?
So, okay, so that would be an agenda item then for the January board meeting to restore the stipends back to what they were as of June 2025.
That is correct.
Okay.
So,
So up to you.
like, think it's just like done.
Well, there's no action for this item, so, because it's an information item. So the information I'm taking as superintendent is that we'll bring an agenda item to the January meeting to restore the stipends to what they were in June 2025. And then you can take subsequent action later on if you so choose.
That is correct.
Thank you. So now items from the board and superintendent.
Hi, everyone. I have a lot to say, so I'm a little bit nervous, but yeah. So, hello, everyone. It's nice to be back. As you all know, last week I attended the annual CSBA conference, like all of you. It was very nice to see some familiar faces, Mr. Gonzalez, Mrs. Freeberg, and my fellow representative, Nadia, who's unfortunately not here today, but that's okay. I was truly grateful for the opportunity to attend and learn from my fellow representatives, as well as hearing from board members from other districts. I'm an overall very positive person, but I couldn't help but feel very small compared to the other kids that I met. The work that some of these kids are doing is insane. And every time I come to one of these board meetings, I love what I do. I really do. I have so much fun getting to tell you guys about everything that we're doing in leadership and on campus. But hearing from my fellow representatives made me realize that my position is so much more to that. And I'm the sole voice for the student body. And moving forward, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to truly fulfill my role. I would say my biggest take from the conference was hearing about the election process that other districts have when electing their board reps. Yesterday, along with today, has been full with discussion from my ASB cabinet, along with our activities director, Ms. Pierre. We're currently drafting edits to our constitution to make it so that I'm the last appointed board rep, and it'll no longer be a position affiliated with Logan Leadership. ASB board representative will be replaced with ASB outreach, which is a position we're planning to create that'll bridge the gap between Logan Leadership and the future board rep that won't be appointed, that'll be elected through elected through campaigning, and also bridging the gap between Logan and the city of Union City. We have someone on ASB who works a lot with Union City Youth Commission, and so we're looking into that. As far as what's going on at Logan, we're currently having a Spirit Week in collaboration with the Fremont and Newark schools. We're calling it Winter Week. As you can see, today was Timber Tuesday, so wear flannel. Some of the activities that are going on each day, we have a Spirit Day, and every single school actually had a basketball game today. Today was our girls' basketball game, and it's just a big competition, and we're trying to get as many guests as we can, to come to our game, and they gain points for their school. Each school is also having a fundraiser for a drive of their choice. ASB opted to work with League of Volunteers. Their mission is to promote volunteerism and enhance the quality of life in the Tri-Cities area of Fremont, Newark, and Union City, and to meet the needs of youth, senior citizens, and the needy. We're playing on a point system, and the losing school's ASB cabinet has to be pied in the face, so I'm really hoping that Logan wins because I don't really want to worsen my acne. And then just to wrap some things up, a really big shout out to Miss Gina, because I wouldn't have been able to have a really good CSBA conference if it weren't for her. Another thing, these three ladies over here, just want to introduce, that's Grace, that's Veronica, and that's Ashmita. They've been here for the past two, and so it's very nice to have them here. And lastly, to wrap things up, I don't have much time left with my position. I only have one more semester to go, but I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that the next board rep for James Logan is the best that has ever served. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. And would you like to share, Trustee Kumar?
Thank you, President Rafay. I also attended the annual education conference at Sacramento, and it's always a great opportunity to meet people, network, and learn what other school districts are doing, and boast about what we're doing here at New Haven. So that was fun. I did attend some interesting workshops on community partnerships for workforce housing. That's something I'm passionate about. And then building a K-16 STEM pipeline. And then there was one I attended with our superintendent, which was measuring human skills with AI, which was really interesting. And we're going to see if what we can do with it. What else? Next week, Alvarado Elementary has an event called Holidays Around the World, because we're celebrating the lights this month, correct? Yeah. So I will be representing the Diwali segment there, and I'll be hosting stuff for kids to do. So I'm excited about that. And then lastly, I just wanted to say it was a great year serving as president of the board. And I wanted to take this opportunity to thank my fellow board members. Thank you for all the support. And also Dr. Thompson and staff, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Trustee Kumar. Trustee Gonzalez.
Tonight, my youngest son turns 10 months, and so I'm going to save my comments to get home early to put him to bed. So,
I just want to congratulate all our co-curriculars, our athletes, from water polo to girls volleyball, to our football team. They had a tremendous winter season, and I'm looking forward to the wrestling season coming up.
Thank you, Trustee Irby. And I also had the opportunity to attend CSBA annual conference. Is a lot to learn, and I think everyone shared. So Superintendent, if you'd like to share, thanks.
Not much for me tonight. I just want to remind anybody that's listening that we are with the James Logan High School redesign project. It's moving along nicely, and tomorrow night is the second and last community meeting. It'll be held at Logan at 6 p.m. in the cafeteria over at James Logan High School. So for anybody who's interested, and then they're hoping to take the final bits of information from the last few meetings, that being the last community one, and come up with some recommendations for us. So we're looking forward to that. Other than that, I'd like to thank former President Kumar. It was great serving next to you, and I'm welcome Shamsa, President Rafay. And I hope everybody has a good holiday break next week. Next Friday, we'll be off for 2 weeks. That's it.
Thank you, Superintendent Thompson. So now committee reports. Do you have a report from Finance and Technology Facilities Committee?
Yes, basically, CBO Franklin presented when he made that presentation earlier last week. Also, Eric Chu, our program manager, gave us an update on the pool that we'll actually be voting on as one of our action items, and that's FTFC.
Thank you, Trustee Irby. And do you have a report from Communication and Advocacy Committee?
We haven't had a meeting since the last board meeting, so we reported out last week.
Thank you, Trustee Kumar. And report from Policy Review Committee?
Yes, we had a meeting on the 20th of November, and we reviewed 12 board policies and 3 bylaws. We had a good discussion about board bylaw 9005, the governance standards, and we talked about possibly including this at a future study session if there's interest.
Thanks, Trustee Kumar. And other committee reports? I have New Haven Schools Foundation update that in 2026 scholarship application period opens on Monday, December 15 to graduating seniors. And we are excited to report that we currently have over $240,000 in scholarship to offer. And we are expecting to exceed $255,000, which we awarded in 2025. And they will be briefing a session for parents and guardians tomorrow, December 10th on Zoom. Parents can find more information on PJAR. And seniors are being sent information and instructions by email. Student training will be held at James Logan High School and NHA on Monday, 12/15, and CCHS training is on January 7th, 2026. You can find all that information on PJAR. And the other thing, like, right, Diamonds in Education, like gala, that is scheduled for Feb 21st at 6 p.m. at Club Castlewood, and the tickets are on pre-sale now. And the scholarship application period begins 12/15 and ends on January 31st. All Logan and NHA and CCHS students, like seniors, they should try to avail this opportunity. And the classroom grant application period, that will open for the teachers from February 1st to Feb 28th. So that's about all. Thank you. And ROP, the next meeting will be December 11th, this Thursday. So next is action items. Consideration of student number 1 recommended for readmission, Ed Code 48918C. So, okay, do we have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And consideration of student number 2 recommended for readmission. Do we have a motion and second to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. And adopted resolution number 0362526, Disability Awareness Month, January 2026.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Adopted resolution, trustee absentee from meeting due to hardship, trustee Kumar. Like, may I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'd like to abstain, please.
Thank you. Okay, now, adopted resolution authorizing the contract to purchase of district-wide playground equipment and installation by specified play equipment. So may I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Approve proposal from ELS Architecture and Urban Design for the Dan Oden Swim Complex Pool renovation project at James Logan High School. May I have a motion and second to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Approve guaranteed maximum price amendment with Botman Construction for the Cesar Chavez Middle School Fields and Drop-Off Project.
So
Yep.
moved.
Okay. Do you have a motion second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Approve 2025-26 first interim report and multi-year budget projections for 2026. Do we have motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approve memorandum of understanding with Child's Play Therapy Services. Do you have a motion and second to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Approve memorandum of understanding with the Stepping Stones Group. May I have a motion and second to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Consent agenda items. Approve minutes from November 14, 2025. Okay. Are there any items on which trustees have questions or need clarification or would like pulled for separate vote? Seeing none, may I have a motion and second to approve agenda item 14A through 14AG?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anything from board members for consensus? Okay,
There was nothing cool, so you go to number 16, governance.
16, governance review. What do I do about that? Does anyone have anything for governance review?
President Rafe, you're doing a phenomenal job. I just wanted to request if you could make sure that we have a discussion part when we do the action items,
Okay.
in case any of us have something to discuss.
Done. Thank you.
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. We'll do that. Thank you. Okay, and do we adjourn now? Any board consensus items? None, seeing none. There being no further business, this meeting is adjourned at 7:47? 7:49. Thank you.